I gained 15 pounds of MTC in a month because of the bread. And so then I gained 3 more pounds in my first area. And then I bought a scale. And once I bought the scale, I didn't gain any more weight. So if you're worried about gaining weight, I would say buy a scale because that helped me. I would also tell sister missionaries to bring stretchy skirts because I have this skirt that I did not wear one time because it was too small for me. And to not worry too much about gaining weight, because even if you do, like, I lost it all by the end of my mission, well, almost all of it. So it's fine. That's life. It happens. Just laugh at it, I think. Comfortable shoes. I feel like that's every mission. Something my mom said to me was there's this skirt that I wanted that was super cute, and it was like almost past my knees, but not quite. And here's the thing, in the mission, nobody really cares if you're cute or not. So just get the longer skirts, even if they're ugly, because you'll feel so much more comfortable than getting a shorter skirt. Enjoy every day, but I guess that's for everyone. Just once I made that decision to enjoy every single day, then my mission was much more fun and enjoyable for me.
As for things to bring, if you're a sister, I would bring low shoes. I would bring as many things that are waterproof as you can, because when I was there, it was a drought, but it still rained a lot. One of my bags literally molded because we went out and we got wet and we came back and it never dried, and it got wet again and it never dried. So please take waterproof things. Take things that are comfortable. Take things that are you, because I could have worn my favorite t-shirt on P-Day and it would have made me really happy, but I didn't bring it because I thought I should take really old and mission clothes. Also, I loved my sleeping bag. I might be really weird. I probably shouldn't play with that. I might be really weird, but I took a thermal sleeping bag, and in the winters, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I would just snuggle in my sleeping bag, and I was really warm when everyone else was freezing. So even though they'll probably give you wool blankets, at least they did when I was there, they give you wool blankets when you get there, I recommend the sleeping bag. So do that, but also just don't worry too much about it. You'll be fine. You can buy things there. There's no need to be high maintenance. There's no need to be really cute all the time or really prepared for everything, because you'll be okay.
Concepcion, the mission office, is actually the opposite latitude of Salt Lake. So it's, as far south as Salt Lake is north. And my mission was about the same height as Utah, I guess you could say. So despite the elevation difference, and the one's on the ocean, the other's Utah is kind of landlocked, the weather is actually fairly similar. The temperature is very similar. It doesn't get quite as cold in Chile. So it'll get down to freezing, but won't really go below freezing. And it only snows up in the mountains. So still, good winter clothes, nice heavy coat, especially if it's long. Definitely want nylons in the, long nylons, heavy nylons in the winter, because you're going to be outside a lot. It's a walking mission. There are no cars. Well, the mission president has a car, and the APs have a car, but nobody else gets a car. So just being ready to be outside. And in the summer, because you're also outside a lot, it can get pretty hot. It gets, the hottest I think it ever got was 104 while I was there. So, then you want those slipper nylon things that just barely cover your feet. So they just barely sit inside your shoes so your shoes don't stick. And then a light skirt and a t-shirt, something as little as you can possibly wear in the summer. And you'll still be hot and sweaty, but you just live with it.
So clothes are really important in this mission, in all missions probably, but you don't need anything waterproof. That's the coolest thing. I mean, there was not a single day where I thought, maybe it's gonna rain today, so I better take my jacket. You don't even need to bring a jacket to the mission. It does get cold, and there's some cities that get colder than other cities, and I didn't bring a jacket to the mission, but all the sisters who did bring jackets left them in the apartment, so I didn't have to buy a jacket. And It's just, you don't want to be carrying around a jacket or a blanket because you're rarely going to use them. It's just real hot most of the time. This is a walking mission, and there is no other option. And so shoes are really important. The areas aren't too big. They're pretty small, but you'll still be walking for several hours a day. And little flats are just they're gonna hurt your feet. They're gonna hurt your knees. I had a lot of companions that had to buy really special shoes after a while because they had trashed their feet. My feet grew a half size on my mission, and I had really good shoes just because it's really hard on your feet. But just make sure you spend the money to get good shoes or good insoles. I had to use insoles too, and your feet will just, oh man, my feet just hurt so much at the beginning of my mission because I wasn't used to so much walking. So the shoes are really important. Also, I know it's a big temptation. It was a big temptation for me to bring nice clothes, but they'll get trashed. And things that wrinkle easily, you're just never going to use. You'll have like 1 or 2 nice outfits for zone conferences, but everything else should just be, a nice skirt you can wear multiple times a week and not feel ugly. I mean, you don't want to feel ugly. You'll put on makeup, you'll do your hair fine, but you just really want simple clothes.
Tips for clothing and shoes. Nothing that wrinkles. Definitely nothing that wrinkles. Everything gets dirty really fast. I mean, it's all covered in smog and dirt. There's trash everywhere. There's dog poop everywhere. And dogs everywhere. I got so many holes in skirts from dogs biting my skirts and whatever. So don't waste all your money trying to buy beautiful outfits because it's all going to get ruined. Everything I had, I trashed. Everything. Yeah. Shoes are so important. So I'm going to just show you. This is what the little missionary book. Can you see that? Okay.
There you go.
This is what your missionary pamphlet or whatever that you got in the mail says that you should buy. That is the biggest lie in the whole world. Do not buy that. My mission president's wife was so mad that they would tell sisters to buy that stuff because you will literally die. I would say, wow, so many sisters got sent home for having problems with their knees and hips and backs because of the shoes that they had brought. So you need to get durable shoes with inserts. I used Good Feet inserts. They're really expensive, but they absolutely saved me. I would have never been able to finish. This is not like an ad for Good Feet, but they're great. You need not flat. You need something that's got an arch that can protect. I mean, it has to have a pretty good arch because that's what you need to keep your knees steady. It's a walking mission. There are no cars. There are very few biking sectors. You will walk sometimes 10 miles a day or more, so you just need to be prepared for that. And just something low, try to avoid heel as much as you can, but with an arch. And since that doesn't really exist, you might need to buy arch supports.
These are my tips for sister missionaries. Number 1, get good skirts and be ready to get dirty, because as much as you try to look cute, it just does not stay throughout the day. Either the dust that's in the air or the wind, which isn't very powerful, but it's there, or just your work, or if it's really hot outside, you'll be sweating. So try your best to look nice, but don't worry too much about it. Just look like you have the Spirit with you. Also, you can tell them no if they're going to give you Coke. Every house that you go into, they'll either offer you Coke or juice, both of which are very bad for you because there's so much sugar and just the soda dehydrates you, right? So you'll have to insist, but you can say, no, I just want water, please. You'll be very happy that you did that. In Chile, there is not indoor heating unless you have like an electric stove. So I just would bring warm pajamas, lots of socks, sweaters to wear inside, and also good coats to wear outside, and scarves and hats and gloves. Santiago East is a walking mission. So even though you're in the city, you think, well, I can get nice shoes and they'll be nice and pretty by the end of my mission, but they will not be, because while there are sidewalks, there's also a lot of dirt. Like next to the sidewalk, there'll be dirt, and if you're trying to walk fast and go around someone, you have to walk in the dirt, or it's just softer to walk in the dirt, so you do that instead of walking on the sidewalk. My shoes were covered in soot by the end of the day, but it was fun. And then as far as shopping goes, there are what's called Leader. It's like Walmart, but South American style. Although it is the Walmart brand. So you can go to these huge Leader stores on P-Day to get your groceries, to get clothes if you need them, or to print out pictures, which is also possible. But there are random things that you can't buy there that you would normally get in a United States Walmart. I can't remember a list of it right now. But also on P-Days, you could go to the internet cafes to write home on the email. But you will have to pay for internet there, which was interesting. And that's it.